This is the kelp, or the organic fertilizer I'm going to use. I think they're all about the same, honestly. Over here, if you look at it, it says hydroponic use 1/3 to 1 teaspoon per gallon of water. So in one of them, we're going to do the maximum it suggests there, 1 teaspoon per gallon. And in the second grow of kelp, we're going to do 2 teaspoons per gallon of water. And that's what we're going to feed them for the duration of the grow for the comparison. Alright, there's the lineup. We have regular water, plain old regular water, comes out of my tap. It's almost always 43 to 44 ppm, parts per million, for years, every time I test it. We've got kelp, 1 teaspoon in a gallon, kelp times 2 or 2 teaspoons in a gallon, and of course the hydroponic nutrient, master blend Epsom salt and calcium nitrate mixed per directions, cut in half for half strength. And so that's what we're doing the comparison grow with. Alright, we're going to weigh out the seed now. We're going to grow early Jersey Wakefield cabbage for this comparison. I've got the cup zeroed out here, and each grow is going to be 50 grams. There you go, 50 grams each. Seed spread on one of them, one down, and 3 more to go. I'll spray it with basic antifungal to screen first. Then I laid the seed so it would stick. Works out great. And now I'm saturating the seed, and we're going to put it on top of the tray. Seed loaded. I need to put the covers and weight on. I'm going to put 4 pounds in each one this time instead of 6. And they're domed, all 4. Blocking out the light, trapping humidity. One day later, it all looks about the same. They're all growing similarly, day 2. I expect them to grow similarly right now. It's the roots that make a difference. Still on day 2 here, I wanted to show you that little root hairs there. Those are root hairs, they're not fungus. Let's see if you can focus in on it. Most of them look the same, but it appears like the nutrient one here is already starting to jump ahead. Alright, this is what it looks like now. Water, kelp, kelp times 2, and nutrient. And nutrient is taking a lead for sure. I don't see much difference right now, perception-wise, with any of the other 3. They all still look about the same. Maybe the kelp times 2 is a little more. We'll keep going. Got an issue here. The nutrient is the height I would normally take the blackout dome off and grow. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to continue with the dome on these 3. And I'm going to go ahead and finish off this grow, which will be sooner. probably, almost certainly. And we'll see how long it takes to get something equivalent to it. And yesterday I went from 2 to 4 times on this kelp. Started adding it in. So I took out a lot of it now, the 2 times strength, and put in more of the 4 times strength. So hopefully we'll see some changes with that, because I do want the organic type fertilizer to perform. The good thing is there's no smell to the liquid kelp at all, so that's good. I was afraid of that. Come back tomorrow and see what it's doing tomorrow. There's an obvious advantage to using nutrients. However, I am seeing a little more growth when I use more kelp. It's telling me to give it a try. And water looks to be about the same as the kelp. Only 1 teaspoon of kelp in a gallon. Kind of goes to figure there's not a whole lot of nutrient in liquid kelp. They're all near the top, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the covers off, the domes, I mean. Just see what happens. Nutrients about ready to harvest. It could be harvested now. We'll do it tomorrow. It looks like the kelp 4 times is a little higher than the single teaspoon of kelp and the water. So it looks like there is some advantage to that. So it probably is worth doing 8 teaspoons or 4 or 5 tablespoons per gallon and giving that a shot. Okay, it is 10 p.m. I haven't been out here all day, and last time I was out here messing with these was yesterday morning. So I've gone over a day and a half, and that's what's one of the good things that's good about this style of growing, is you can leave for a day, even 2, especially in the beginning of the grow. You could leave for 2 or maybe even 3 days, and it'll be fine when you come back. Probably you won't get to do the antifungal spray, but maybe you can go without it. I would try it, especially if you're a book buyer and you're going to do this. You'll have all the parts and pieces and knowledge. So anyway, let's continue on with grow, talking about that. This is water, kelp times 1. This was kelp times 2, and then I switched to kelp times 4 2 days ago, I think. And this was ready to harvest yesterday, actually, and it's gotten even bigger and thicker, and I have to harvest that tomorrow. Because you just don't want to leave things too long in any situation. You want to get in and get out, and I mentioned that in the book. It's better to do that. Anyway, we'll harvest that one. Now, the value of continuing to grow these, what's the value? Well, you can see the water and the kelp are about the same, so 1 teaspoon does almost nothing. This one is not much better. It's a little taller. You can see the edge of the tray here. And so it's leading me to believe, what I'm gaining from that is that if I go stronger with stronger nutrient, then it may pop out and do something good. So that's what I did. I put 5 tablespoons directly in here. Now this one only has 1 teaspoon, which is what's on the package. I went with 4 teaspoons here, which is just over a tablespoon initially. And now I added 5 more tablespoons, and that's just based on the evidence of what I'm seeing here. 1 tablespoon didn't do much at all to increase the growth. So we're going big time, see if we can get something useful from the other 3 in the verse video here. water. Kelp 1. They look about the same. Kelp 1 might be a little bit more. A little bit. This one, the next Kelp, much more improved. Much more improved. But look at this. This is crazy huge harvest. Or going to be a crazy huge harvest. That cabbage is something else. Jersey Wakefield, I think. Yeah. Anyway, it's time to harvest. We're going to harvest. I don't even see any true leaves on it yet, but it's pretty substantial. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous grow right there. This is probably the best cabbage grow I've had. Hey everybody, we have got the cabbage out. This is the nutrient, the first part. The other three are in there right now continuing to grow. The extra strength kelp, or 5 tablespoons, looks promising. So we'll continue with that and see how that goes for a few days. And then maybe we'll do one where we grow again from the very beginning and kelp that's really packed from the get-go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this grow here. This is Jersey Wakefield cabbage. Look at the root system on that. Isn't that awesome? This cabbage is a really good cabbage, and I really liked it. I've already tasted it. It tastes good. So probably not going to do a taste test on it. So we'll do a screen harvest, and that's where we just take the screen out and we harvest it right on the table. For your first time viewers, did you think that I was gonna that all these were gonna fall out? I kind of feel that way every time I take them out of the tray. It just feels like they're gonna fall, but nope, they're pretty dang sturdy. They're attached rather. Okay, so I'm not gonna go on and on with this video. I noticed in the last one it was pretty lengthy, so I'm going to try to cut out some of the commentary and get to harvesting. And if, for those of you who don't know yet, the book is out and published. So here we go. Alright, that's it. This grow is done, and it looks like it's going to be a little more than the what did I grow last time? Yeah, the Calabrese broccoli. This one feels like it's going to be a little bit more. Absolutely pristine. There's no fungus on it. There's nothing on the roots. You can see we got a lot of the seed holes, the ones that didn't come off the foam, are down at the bottom. Not much in the actual tray, and I know that's of interest to some of you. So real quick, how you clean it's real easy. Just take your finger and go across it with the tips. Once you do that, flip it to the other side and the roots release real easy. So I'm not going to do the whole thing for you on camera, but just so you know, it's super easy to clean these. They always grow really dense. They always grow pristine. There's almost never any fungus now. I mean, if you do good housekeeping and you sanitize and wash these trays, and then you seal them in the assemblies and grow them that way, all explained in the book, you can get very dense, beautiful, pristine microgreens. I said I wasn't going to ramble, but I'm doing it anyway. Just take these inside and get a weight on them. We're back here for the weight. We're going to do it like we always do it. Turn it on. I'll put a glass on here to elevate the micros. I'm going to put an empty tub on here. It's the same exact tub as the one with the micros. That's just so we can zero it all out, and all we're going to weigh is the microgreens. Zero it out. Let's see if it's on grams. Now it's on grams. This one feels quite a bit heavier. Alright, can you see that? 816 grams, 28.8 ounces, 1.8 pounds. That's pretty good. That's nearing a 2-pound grow. For a brassica, that's really good. Alright, we'll continue the grow. Marginal difference. Alright guys, I'm going to call this. I'm not even going to harvest them. I can see that the quadrupling, or you know, even more, whatever I put in there, 5 tablespoons, so that was 1 teaspoon to 5 tablespoons, and you can see a little bit of difference, but not significant enough to try to drown these in straight kelp. So I'm going to call this. These are going to go to my worms. And I am interested in doing organic nutrients. If anybody has any ideas of what I can trial against my hydroponic master blend, then please leave a comment. Let's see if we can get this thing to go organic. This is Brent, you guys. We'll see you later. That's a parting shot of the roots. Water, 1 teaspoon of kelp, 5 tablespoons in the reservoir. It does make a difference in the color. There's nothing wrong with it. But anyway, just wanted you to see it. That whole grow, those 3 trays were not a waste. Got some good worm food.